creator and community manager stream, brought to you by the one and only Panic, wherever he is on the screen. Say hello, Panic.
Somewhere there. Hello.
He's the one that you give the most poop stew in this game. He loves it, doesn't deserve it, but he loves it.
He deserves it.
He deserves it sometimes, maybe.
I do.
This is going to be a disorganized cluster, guys. But
well, I'm only
glad
laughing because as soon as you started your stream, 3 advertisements popped up.
I knew that would happen. Oh my God!
Nobody's actually listening right now because they're too busy watching ads. All right.
Yep. Ad time. Yay.
So we can say anything we want right now.
I have no control over it. I got zero control
right now.
I am glad you guys came in to view the channel, view the video that we have done today. This has been Panic's dream for almost 2 years now that I've known him.
He's better dreams.
He's been dreaming about this kind of thing for a long period of time now.
Yeah, I need to hang out with better people.
I know.
Yeah.
This cesspool ain't working so well.
Spending my Wednesday night with you guys. With you
it's better than your Fridays and your Saturday.
That's
late
true.
night.
But yeah, second anniversary. Yeah, excited.
Oh,
It's
very.
been 2 years.
We were
it's been-
excited. We were very excited. We apparently were more excited than Scopely was, Panic.
Yeah.
'Cause we were super pumped. But you forgot it, Panic.
Forgot you specifically, DJ.
Panic
I
always
apologize.
forgets.
Right?
And so it's like forgetting your wife's anniversary. It's, you know,
No, you never do that.
Yeah.
So Scopely forgot our anniversary, but ladies and
They'll be
gentlemen,
getting his flowers later. So.
yeah, that's right. They rushed out. They grabbed some big, nice, expensive-looking thing. Even if it was a little bit sloppy on the outside, they grabbed this super expensive bouquet and got like a nice box with jewelry and stuff in it, and they gave it to us in this 2-year, 7-day long solo leaderboard, which is super interesting. I don't know about you guys. I looked at my rewards. Fortis, I looked at my rewards. My rewards are pretty daggone big. If I by chance won first place on my server, which I probably will not, because 7 days of grinding. But if I won first place, there's $1 billion steel in my prize.
Yeah.
You know what? That's going to get you far. It's going to get you really far.
Yeah, well, the billion still won't get me far. They won't get me far whatsoever.
What's in your pack, no one?
I don't want to pull it up
On
right
the
now.
game. On the game. What's in your pack on the game?
Yeah, let me look at the phone. Let me look at my phone. Give me a second. No, log on. But no, I think it's about 1.3 billion if it's first place, if I remember right. But I don't really look at those anymore because it's usually an average pack at this point for Alliance winning ranges from 1 billion to 1.3 billion steel. I know people hate steel, but at this level, it's you need it more than ever. It's how nuts it is.
That's true. And you get a really good avatar too.
The
Exactly.
avatar, listen, I know I've said before, I'm not
like the
usually a
avatar.
super huge fan of avatars, but the avatar actually looks pretty daggone nice. That's a well-designed avatar. Kind of dig it.
The winning for mine is 3 billion for first place.
There you go. So, that's, for a 7-day payout, ain't too shabby. If you can spend, hang on, let me math this out. 7 times 24. Folks, if you can spend the next 168 hours pressing buttons in this game, 2 things are going to happen. 1, you're going to win an avatar and a couple billion steel. 2, you're going to make Panic's bonus for the end of the year in screen time metrics. So that's what they're after here. 168 hours. That's the challenge for everybody.
But the thing we got to look forward to is the universe milestone. That's the one we're looking forward to because that's everybody culminating into one. Where as long as we work together, we still all win a prize. Yeah. And you see those things that remind me of last year's event store. If I remember what they were.
Yeah. So we did some digging. No one. Those look now. Panic. Let me ask. The actual currency, the icon, the image is an image that we've used in the past. Is this the same currency or is it a new currency just using the same icon? Because we found that this particular currency is called crossover tokens, crossover credits. That's what they're called. Mm-hmm. At least last time we saw them. That was a currency awarded during a mirror style event. Are you dropping nuggets, sir?
Ooh.
Dropping nuggets.
That's a good one.
I don't know what to say.
Rainbow Skittles right now.
Wait, this ain't no Squatty Potty commercial.
Back to commercials. Let's go.
I love that commercial. Play.
Dodge my question. Here's another question for you, Panic. What have you done or what have you observed and learned over the last 2 years that you would do differently if you were joining the game today? You've been playing the game for 2 years. What's your ops level now? Like 22 or 23? Right?
He's 20. He's forever 20.
I am 35.
35.
Oh, there you go.
So what's been your high point over the last 2 years? What are you digging? What's your most favoritist, excitingest thing that has been offered by Scopely to the community abroad?
It's a good question. I think I'm actually really enjoying territory capture personally. I love the feeling of the whole alliance getting together. Like we're actually on our own Discord server. We're trolling each other. I got called out a lot of times because I wasn't really being strategical. I was just killing stuff around. My alliance leader is like, go scout what's going on in the other system. No. Anyway, but my favorite thing for sure is territory capture as a thing. And guys, like I know the team is working to revamp it to make it even better. We're going to be adding new stuff to it as well, helping territory capture become a fundamental mechanic within the game so that all players can enjoy it and it can bring as well us all together. But I think I got
one claim about territory capture. The amount of speed ups you burn through during it is nuts.
That's true.
I burned through about 4,000 30-minute speed ups.
What? Are you kidding me?
Since it started.
That's about right. I bet you I've spent between 3,000 and 4,000.
Yeah, it's really nuts. We need some type of other way of getting speed ups, even through the Alliance store or through TC or something that helps us with that part of it.
No, that's a fair point.
I know it might hurt the packs for Scopely, but we need a little more of a resurgence or a
PG
of speed ups. I don't know the exact wording.
Sorry, I just got another ad on No One Shell's YouTube stream.
I have no control over that.
Fiber one.
Can't blame YouTube for what it's doing, but
commercials here.
I'm not controlling it. It's not me on this one.
Looking at your YouTube chat, I hear that a lot of people want to hear an introduction from Ripper, the most silent content creator. Ripper, I'd like to have you come up and say something super secret and personal about your life.
Hi, Ripper.
Something secret and personal.
Yeah, why don't you tell them about that huge Amazonian beard you've got?
I know Ripper may have a Yuki avatar, but he's not Yuki.
Yeah, if you take all the hair on top of Yuki's head and put it under Ripper's chin, that is Ripper. Okay. Listen, last week he found 3 squirrels raising babies in there. So that's the reason for that avatar. Yeah, no, Ripper, I appreciate you being here as well. One of the probably the most silent content creators. How have you liked territories?
Pretty fun. Sometimes a bit too quiet, not enough fighting, but I guess that depends on what server you're on. But generally, I'm liking this actually. So
how full is your map at this point?
It's full.
Is it?
Dude, ours is full. No one. What's your server look like?
It's honestly pretty full. There's only one territory that hasn't been taken, which is a G3 territory, tier 3, and that's it.
Oh, a tier 3 is unclaimed?
To what I remember, yeah.
Dang.
It's between a rock and a hard place.
Out of curiosity, if you guys were to give one idea, what would you do to enhance the experience? What would you add
I would
capture to enhance the experience?
Alliance, where you can share the areas with your alliance.
Share your areas with
your friendlies and your diplomacy.
I'll tell you, the biggest reason that I don't like that idea is just because people are going to game it, right? Everybody just has to set everybody to friendly, and then you mine everything. The whole point of the particles was to make alliances fight over the value of the particles. The particles come from the territories themselves. So if you don't have a particle, then you don't get the reward, which is the research. I feel like making diplomacy come into it is just going to allow everybody to game the system.
Yeah, but DJ, people are swapping alliances, right?
Yeah, people are swapping teams, I guess. I don't know.
Someone said remove the fog of war. The fog of war is the best.
I like that
one of my favorite parts of territory capture. You actually have to go in and actually look. If there wasn't territory capture, people would be able to come down on you and just know where you're at.
Justin has it right. Remove the fog of war in your
for the ones you want.
Oh yes, in your own area. Agreed. In your own area.
I like that.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, that's a good point. 100%.
That-
What I would love to add though is the amount of points you're getting calculated in real time. 'Cause
Yes.
I think that can lead
Yeah.
into even more strategical battles because you know exactly what do you want to do. I think it's going to become more nuanced on what players will actually start doing. So
But it seems like it's glitched though. Even at the minute interval, it doesn't seem like it adds. Sometimes you have to come into the map and then come out of the map for it to
Yeah,
actually
it's a
update.
delay.
yeah, it's the server lag at that point. Yeah,
think
it's
it's
getting
minutes.
fixed. It's getting fixed though. Slowly, like I know a lot of it has been fixed. I know some of it hasn't been fixed, but team is doing a lot of work right now on steadily kind of eliminating the lag within the wind territory capture. Oh, yeah. So yeah, so let's move on. Like Fortis, what is your favorite part of the 2 years?
Oh boy, there's been so much. I mean, the game changed a lot when I remember like warp times were like, I don't know, like everyone used to be so centered around in the center of the map, but now everyone's so spread out, and it's just changed a lot since in the past 6 months. It was a very different game than what it is now, but in a good way. Like territory capture, like all these other things are really evolving the game. You know.
Yeah. I don't know, like one of the things that I really enjoyed is the go no, and you really want to say something. I can see
No.
you're about to explode.
No, Fortis is saying that everyone is more spread out. It's not really that way anymore with the territory capture. It brought your group into a central location.
Yeah, brought everybody
But
back.
the upside is the warp times have gotten way better, where you can get to places way quicker with all the research we have. And then the discovery, summoning ability and discovery alone has become one of the biggest game changers in the game in general.
That's true.
That's one of my favorite parts of it, honestly, is the discovery. I know a lot of people are like money play, but once you get it, even if you got it for free,
Oh yeah,
it is one of the
a toy.
best things out there.
Yeah, no, for sure.
It is a
changes
fun
lot.
toy. Once you get it, you're like, whoa.
Yeah. I also like, I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going through some of the comments here. Teresa says, Panic, you rock at crisis management for Scopely. You deserve a raise and a thick bonus. At the first time that I looked at that screen, looked at that chat, I thought she said that you looked thick.
I was going to say,
You
Panic.
look thick
I
AF.
was gonna say,
I was reading really quickly, Teresa, but thank you for your comment there.
it's
Appreciate
nice
it,
of
thank
Panic's
you.
mom to check it.
One thing I'm seeing in the chat here, Panic, you're talking about one thing that we want to see improved. One thing that I see through the chat here predominantly is not even necessarily a game mechanic, is more of a tech mechanic, which is the lag, right?
Oh my God.
We saw that Scopely had made an improvement here about a week or two ago with the announcement of the back end. And that did seem to make improvements. Server 26, I think, is infamous now across the entire game galaxy that they were the ones that were literally crashing the server every single time they went to play. They have not done so since then, but we still see some of that lag. Where is Scopely on that? I mean, obviously what they did made an improvement. So are we still hashing that out? What's that look like?
They're constantly, I don't know, I'm gonna get the technical terms wrong because I'm a complete noob when it comes to these things. All I know is that they're constantly adding more to the server, basically. I don't even know if that even
You
is
mean
the right English.
they're upping the virtualizations machine's memory and RAM. That's all they're doing.
That.
Come on,
Thank
Panic.
you.
VMs, baby, VMs.
All that stuff. Just add
Because,
words,
these
but like
servers
they're
are
like.
based. These servers are based out of Amazon AWS server. So Scopely
Correct.
pays for the space on each one. So each server, let's say the physical servers probably have like 10 servers on them maybe. And some of these servers have up to 64 cores and 128 gigs of RAM. So they allocate it per virtual server, basically, what we have. We're running virtual servers in this game. Sorry, I got a little technical on that one.
I'll take your word for it. Sorry.
Add like 25 more virtual girlfriends. Sorry.
No, they need to be able to, for these territory captures, they need to create a specific server for instancing. So when you enter the territory capture areas, they have their own specific server dedicated to them. So it would greatly like not affect lag in other parts of the server, like normal MMOs do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Normal.
Yeah, because that's super techie and over my head. But thank you for that, No One Shall. Hey, listen. From what I understand, Panic, you had something that you wanted to share with us today. I know we're already about 15 minutes in. Let's not keep the masses waiting. I am trying to keep an eye on the chat and watch for a couple of questions as well. Shout out and welcome to No One Shall's YouTube. I'm sure he will ask you here in a little bit to make sure while you're here and subscribe to the channel, as we ask you to do for all of our content creators, because all of us work together to put out a bunch of stuff. Panic, you've got something that you wanted to share exclusive here on the No One Shall YouTube channel. You've got a leak, right? You've got something to release for the
Release the
upcoming
Kraken.
Arc 4. Arc 4. What can you tell us today about Discovery Arc 4 that is set for sometime in December?
So we are going to be introducing a new ship. It's going to be obviously part of the Discovery, and I'm actually really excited about this ship. It's going to look fantastic, but it's going to be an event ship. So I know a lot of players are going to be like, no, another event ship. Well, the same thing you guys were saying about Discovery, but look at it now.
By the way,
sorry.
I called that one best ship in the fleet. Hashtag best ship in the
Vidar is the
for
best
sure.
ship in the fleet. The Discovery is basically an Uber.
The Rialta, guys.
Maybe the Rialta. Okay, maybe.
And,
tell us a little bit about it. What can you say about
the only thing that I can mention about this ship is going to be focused on territory capture, and it's going to and the players, the commanders captaining that ship is going to have a really high advantage for takeovers.
You
That's
sound
it?
excited about that.
So you're gonna
Yeah.
That's it. It's my little tip, my little leak.
Not even the cup holders.
Just a basic, just a plastic cup.
Yeah.
Nothing.
On the floor, and hubcaps and everything.
So
name.
we're gonna expect a new ship, correct? Panic, you were saying? Just get that right.
New ship from the
Are we
Discovery IP.
expecting
Yeah.
anything else coming up?
Maybe.
That was not as good at leading inappropriate information.
I bet open-ended. Like they have to be more open-ended, man. No,
I like
you
being
tell
open-ended.
us something that you're not allowed to say.
logic right there.
Okay. Here's the question of the day. When are we getting Jayla?
That I don't know.
Question mark.
Soon.
Seriously, question mark. Soon.
Yeah.
No 2H in the soon, but just soon. Coming soon.
Soon, like the
Armada's
Armada is coming soon from the beginning of the game.
I'm not sure who asked that question. The answer is that is not even something we ask for anymore because it's just so long gone.
All right, here's a question I've been seeing in the chat, though. Here's a question. Faction Hunt Panic. Are we going to see it in the next month?
Probably.
Not a
Probably.
We have
definite
another.
answer.
We're probably gonna have another community pick your own event.
Yeah, 'cause
so,
I
there we
desperately
go.
need credits. I can agree with the chat there. Because yeah,
There's been a couple people who've gotten some stuff right in the chat. Say what?
wait, the Dreadnought. Oh my God, that'd be an amazing ship. But nah, you know the ship I would love to get if the Discovery would come into like we have the Discovery timeline is Lorca ship. That ship that gets taken over by the robot, make it a pure like PvP ship. That's all it's good for is PvP, nothing else. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But
Don't they already have a bunch of those ships? They're called
no,
Well, the
just
thing is,
specific use. Specific use, like because we've all seen the ship from Discovery, the one that Lorca flies. It's a Section 31 ship.
Yeah, I want to see that one.
No, that's
Yeah.
not. Is that Lorca or is it? Oh, the other
That's
guy.
Lorca.
Season 2 bad guy.
I believe
I
it's
act
Lorca.
like I don't know if his name is private account or whatever. There's somebody that's blocked.
His
maybe
name is
online.
private account.
His name is private account. I like this comment. You know, one of the most needed features in this game and has been for the last 2 years is the ability to scuttle a ship.
Oh, Jesus, yes.
Either suicide it into something or
Exploded it.
yeah, suicide it and go home or
Core breach.
suicide into an enemy. Suicide into an enemy and
Self-destruct here. Code
we have-
0.
We have
Zero,
Ghost right there.
zero.
Preset Cruise. When is that ever going to happen,
Destruct
Panic?
0.
Hey,
So,
Preset Cruise, have we have any idea? No.
Future discovery. Something.
Future Discovery.
I'm gonna continuously shake my head.
Like, shut up, no one. Stop asking these questions.
Complete ignorance.
Ignorance is bliss.
Exactly. But yeah,
Well,
let's
you
go.
know-
Sorry.
I'd like to, the one thing I'm noticing, and I haven't mentioned it at all, like just because I've never thought of it when we're talking, is we're getting a lot of Federation officers and not a lot of not Federation officers. So if you're a Romulan or a Klingon player, you've been on a bit of a dry spell for a while. And maybe with the new properties, we can get some Klingons, Martok on my ship.
Martok
But,
would be awesome.
yeah, tell you to be a man, no one shall. Sure. But I think that's a big missing thing, or is get some more Romulans on there, because if you're hurting.
Over the last 2 years, a lot of us have played this game. A lot of us are Generation 1 players. We've seen a lot of stuff come and go. We've seen a lot of potentially missed opportunities, and improvements that could have been made or felt like they were being explored and then abandoned. Panic, one of the biggest things that you guys even teased us with on day one of the game was a daggone Alliance marketplace. 2 years.
Yes.
2 years
Yeah,
later.
it was on there.
It was there. It was in the game, Panic. 2 years later, where are we at with
that? The Sensory Outpost, another one. There's a lot of those there. Panic, use your mouth.
This is not the direction we wanted this to go. All right, fine. I'll do this then. Panic, if you would show everybody your brand new microphone stand.
Ooh,
yay! It's his IKEA microphone stand.
Yeah. That is a 2-ply microphone stand right there.
It cost me half my paycheck just to get that. Very expensive. I custom ordered it.
Well, toilet paper is on premium right now. They're all getting sold out. It is the biggest thing since the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. It's going for high prices right now.
Yeah.
The biggest thing I want you guys to notice is that indeed Panic has a roll of toilet paper at his work desk. Panic, I want to. Panic. One of the things that we're seeing through the chat here is a lot of servers right now are seeming to have around 15, maybe 15 to 20 alliances that are actually on their territory map. Mm-hmm. That, however, is prompting some smaller alliances to say, "Hey, listen. What's in it for us? We're a smaller alliance. Territory capture is proving a little bit of a struggle for us." Now, there is some messaging out there. There's some messaging about trying to move these players or merge these players into stronger alliances. What do you have to say to a player right now that is not on the map? What's your advice for a player that's not on the map?
I find a bigger alliance to get on the map.
I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming.
What else? Like for me, like what I wasn't really expecting was the smaller alliances to kind of band together and just make and just forge bigger alliances. Right? I think that's very natural and has happened in many other games when these kind of features have come out. I remember like there was an MMO a long time back. It was a Japanese one. I think it was called Lineage or something.
Oh yeah,
playing it and it had the same thing. It had like a castle and dungeon. You had to capture castles, and then when you capture the castles, you get tax when someone would pass through that zone and everything. But when they first introduced that, like half of the alliances just disbanded and then just got merged into bigger ones, and it's normal. I think it's again territory capture has only been here for a month, so I'm still it's going to be still an evolution for it.
The thing that I see about this whole thing, like you're mentioning that merging together, some of these alliances have been together since day one. Like on our newer servers that have been around since the launch today, some of them don't want to merge because there's so much bad blood out there. So sometimes that doesn't work.
And this is also, I think it's obviously a political game as well in this kind of case. But what I suggest is at least, because I think even the alliances the alliance that I'm in, like we have our own Discord server, and most of the time we hang out on our Discord server. Like I hang out with a lot of my alliance members there. We even play other games together and everything. So it's like we've connected, as you said, this kind of tight knit community. But we did a merge as well, and it didn't really affect how we were. It wasn't a rival alliance, okay, for sure. But at the same time, it didn't really affect the community and how we were. We just got more people inside the alliance. So it was actually quite nice.
Oh, I just see a question that kind of rang a bell to me, and it's not territory capture related, but Borg space. Are we ever to use it again?
Borg space. Should.
I
think it's coming up. Yeah, but I also like for the. I know that there's plans to use it again. I don't know when, how, or when. Did I say when?
You can fun speculate with that, when? But there are other properties coming up, many of which use the Borg. So
yeah, and there's definitely like a way to there's gonna be a way to utilize that for sure. But yeah.
Oh God.
I don't know. But how about we haven't heard from Ripper. Ripper, what is your favorite thing out of Star Trek Fleet Command, except for meeting me?
Well, that's gonna be a long list then.
And it
I
doesn't.
don't know. I think just the people I've met and the connections I made have been great.
Yeah.
That's my main thing.
Have you guys ever met like alliance leaders or players from in game in real life?
Oh God,
Yes.
no.
Huh?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
You have.
No, clearly, I don't want people to see my face. See, me
Yeah.
and birds, we are birds of a feather over here. Okay.
They're just so handsome, both of them. They just don't want to show their face, otherwise they're
There's
just
only a
captivate.
face a mother could love.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Let me, if I can, I want to drive back to some of these questions, if you don't care, Panic. And I know, and listen, just for some people who are saying, what about the questions? This was actually never really meant to be like a super big Q&A. It was more along the lines of the anniversary and what have we enjoyed, what have we been disappointed in. That might be another question, Panic. We could say let's look at 2 years, and I'm not trying to turn the tone down, but what is, and we're seeing some of this in the chat here, and I started with the marketplace. That's something that we kind of missed on, an opportunity, for something that we haven't yet seen in the game that we've been asking. What are some of the things that you guys have missed in the last 2 years and want to see in the upcoming year? What is something that we haven't gotten, something that's left us wanting more, left us disappointed, and we can see moving forward? And I know I'm seeing right now, just in response from the questions, we're seeing tech, bugs, lag, marketplace. What do you guys have to add to that list?
Yeah, go for it.
No, I was just going to say I would love to see more variety of ships, just like loads more different ships which you can build and construct for all levels of players.
Okay.
I love that.
I got my
I mean,
mine's more a 30 to 40 complaint. So we have G4 ships in the game now at this point, and they have a big jump. So from 34 to 30 or 39, where you don't really get a new ship besides the Jelly at 39, why isn't there any intermediary G4s, like neutral ones, that are just neutral like we had at the beginning of the game, like our G1 and G2s? That's one of my things. We need to fill in that power gap.
Is it power or the actual cost of repairs that you're
Cost of repair, power gap, there's a bunch. Because your G4 ship or your G3 ships aren't going to compete with let's say a 10 million Kelvin or 14 million Kelvin or 20 million hectare, while you're sitting there at 3 or 2 to 4.5 million. You have that huge power gap. Because in my opinion, the Jelly is a few use ship. It doesn't have many uses. PvP wise, it's not the greatest. And there's that whole gap there. That's one of my things.
Panic, as a community manager, what do you want to see in the next year? I mean, you're inside the four walls, man. You're the community spy, right? You're there, so you see what's happening. What is something that you want to see change for the upcoming year? I mean, we're 2 years in. We got presumably another 20 years, right? What do you want to see, Panic? What's your number one goal for 2021?
Might sound controversial. I don't know. But it's going to be, I want to see the older IP come into the game.
Well, like
You wanna
Voyager,
say-
yeah.
Deep Space Nine and stuff like that.
Specifically
Oh, that's
Voyager
the
is
stuff
me,
that's
but
driving me nuts.
yeah.
Of like when I'm writing this stuff, and we haven't. I think somebody said this guy does the graphics. No, I do a website. The original, the reboots aren't my favorite, and Discovery's okay.
Oh God.
Yeah. Sorry. Oh no. Oh.
Oh, he's back.
Okay. Yeah, my phone battery's down to 20%, but we're good. But yeah, like that's the stuff I'm really excited about is when I can do next generation stuff or do, get into Deep Space Nine stuff. So I pick my Defiant.
Defiant.
Even Enterprise. And seeing how that's going to fit in. Why am I? Okay, there I am. I'm on a delay on my laptop. But that's the stuff I want to talk about because that's a fun stuff for me. That's why where I got into it in the first place. My first stuff I was watching was in the 80s. Was Star Trek 2 and Star Trek 3.
Wow.
So that's what I want to see of and plus the old ships. I want to see my Excelsior and I want to see my Enterprise. The TOS or the E, which maybe the skins will come into that, but the J was that was horrific then.
It's futuristic, way too futuristic.
Yeah, so this is like a coaster that you can fly around the universe. But that's what I want. That's what I'm excited to see. So we can pull in that stuff's what I want to see. So
I don't know, like we haven't really talked about it because I know it's become part of like our general gameplay. But I think one of the coolest things that have been added to the game, and this kind of falls back to what I said about Alders, is the arcs.
Mhm.
Because I like how the arcs feel. I like the missions and the storyline that they have, and that progression that we have through the storyline. And I just like the fact that it's based on an IP, and then we know what to expect, I guess, from that. So that's just a point that I wanted to make. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but.
Well, I'm just reading through some of the chat, and I mean, I look at some of the stuff that these guys are writing, and again, for a 2-year show, we want to look at the ups and the downs, and I think that these are the key takeaways that I'm seeing, because I mean, there's a lot of people in the chat. By the way, shout out 900 people right now watching here, so really appreciate you guys coming in. Here's what I feel like we're missing, okay, or things that need to be addressed. And I'm going to ask you guys as content creators, because I have a somewhat unpopular opinion on this. For me, and to reflect on what the community is saying right now, literally everybody's talking about draws of the refinery. The refinery is what everybody's complaining about. But my personal opinion on the refinery is I would personally rather see stronger payouts in the events. And I draw people's attention to that because I feel like, for me, and I ask the other content creators, I feel like for me that my match materials have increased, but they have come not through the refinery. They've come through events. They've come through,
the arcs.
Yeah, through the arcs and things like that. Now, I'm not saying, ignore the refinery. Personally, I'm kind of a fan of abolishing the refinery altogether. Okay, I think the refinery is a poor thing to do it, but nonetheless, if you're going to use the refinery, could we not?
Can we have dedicated payouts? Like, let's say you refine X, you get X out of it.
Yeah, let me ask you
that random draw.
Yeah,
wait, in all MMOs we have some sort of RNG function everywhere.
Well, we have RNG in our battle alone. It's always we random.
Yeah,
but that's a battle. Obviously, there's crit and everything, and that happens in every single fighting game. That's actually
Would you rather see increased payouts from the refinery or increased payouts from events? Because I think that they're not mutually exclusive. I feel like we have been seeing them in events, but maybe it's not to the point where the community as a whole, Panic, is recognizing that fact. So could we, what is it? It's to the players right now who are saying that you've got an issue with the refinery. What's your message to them? What would you want to say in response to that? Do we want to look and put more attention on events? Or do we want to actually look at the refinery? Because I think the refinery is the wrong way to go, in my opinion. I'd rather add it to events.
No, the refinery is a mechanic that it's there. It exists. It's never going to change as a mechanic. I know every month or so they're tweaking it, and it's getting more pools and everything. But in general, I think I absolutely agree. Like, focusing on events is something that it's more focusing on ways to get them outside the refinery. That's my take. But then maybe through other ways, maybe through other means as well, right? So, not only events, through other means too. So essentially, like, player can choose what kind of route they want to take in order to receive those resources, and it doesn't have to be only events. It can be other stuff as well, right? One of the things I would love, for example, is bosses. Like, imagine armadas, but it's like server-wide armadas kind of style, where you have to rush as a server and you have to go kill it.
All right. Now, this is actually the second time you've brought up this idea, Panic. You mentioned this back when we were talking to you about the Borg Mega Cube. You used the same example. You said server-wide bosses, multi-alliance cooperation, things like that. Why hasn't that presented itself yet? Because I mean, your idea from a year ago.
Yeah, no, and this is ideas that we're always bouncing off as a team. But I think at some point there's also some tech limitations for this to happen. I think now, as you can see with the different events, they're specking out cross-server events and everything, and like server-wide events as well. So I think they're leaning on towards that too. So to do server-wide events, but yeah, I think it's tech in this specific case. But I know that it's something that they've been looking at, because I think it is a core function in many MMOs, and obviously we're looking at a lot of the MMOs to see what works too, because we don't want to always just reinvent the wheel. When something works, it works, right? But yeah.
Okay, so the thing I've noticed in the game since day one, since I've been here that long, is the refinery has been, But the events have gotten payouts greatly in the long run. The arcs coming into play gives you more of everything else. You have just all this researches of materials in the game now that you didn't have in the day. Before the day, it would take you forever to get from 20 to 25 and 25 to 30. We have seen a speed up in levels. I've seen
Yeah.
so many people now with enterprises, augers, D4s.
Hmm.
Like the servers are full of them now. Versus in the day, people would always complain like, "We will never get them. We will never get them." And look at now
Yeah.
the servers. There are a lot of them at this point. It is crazy how many we have now. So as time progresses, the pallets are going to get better and our levels are going to increase quicker. It's not going to be as daunting as it used to be in the day. That's one thing people don't understand is it used to be really daunting to level. It used to take forever to move up in the game. Just a long time. Now we've seen shooting speeds. I think Scopely's plan at this point is to get us to those higher levels. Even as the free-to-play players, we have free-to-play players that are actually 40, but that's rare.
Yeah.
Very.
That's why I think we need more variety of ships, because you don't want to see a bunch of enterprises, a bunch of augers. Like we need more variety.
Even if
Of
it was like
ships,
ship
right?
skins would be nice. Just
Yeah.
to vary them so it's not the same like 20 enterprises in one system.
Well, that was in the roadmap, no? The roadmap update.
I was getting ready to say, very nice segue there.
Yeah.
I know that was professional and intentional.
No, it wasn't intentional. Not at all. It was just me talking.
Yeah, Panic, tell us a little bit about the roadmap that we've already discussed. We've gone 3 months now. We've already seen territory capture present itself. Where are we? Not necessarily time.
We also saw last online status.
last online too.
I love that.
Yeah, that was a big one.
But
What
that's
are
for
your-
Commodores and above.
What are your expectations for the rest of the roadmap moving forward? Do you have any additional information on how some of that stuff's going to work?
I can't promise anything on when and if they're going to come out, but there's a lot of good prospects on all the items out there. So I would expect them. I'll be fairly optimistic, expecting them all coming out. Timelines now, obviously, I can't share them. All I know is that we also want to prepare another roadmap update for you guys soon.
Yay.
Obviously in 2021 to keep you updated on obviously all the products that we have, all the features, that we have already mentioned, plus anything else that's coming, because we have a lot of cool stuff that's coming next year. Like I saw the peek, no spoilers. I know you'd like to have some spoilers, but no spoilers yet. But there's a lot of cool stuff coming next year. So
Hey, I have a crazy question for you. All right,
Go
ahead.
completely not related to gameplay. And I don't even know if you're going to know this, but it's actually a really interesting question that Kiwi asked. How much money does it cost to support an MMO like Fleet Command?
Oh my God.
What the heck happened to Panic's face? No one.
It was Karnak.
Karnak. What is happening
sorry.
right now?
Oh,
All right.
no,
Panic, you've worked with other gaming companies. What does a game like this cost to run?
Let me start fixing stuff.
I don't know. Costs, I don't know. That would be a good question, because of course, like the game scales according to how big the game becomes. The more complexity you add, the more layers you add to it, and then the more successful the game becomes, the more functions you add. So you can add more content. Then you start looking at evaluating if you want to update your game. So you're updating your graphics, you're updating your backend. That's adding more people. So it really doesn't. There's not a one answer fits all. It's the more successful the game is, obviously, the more expensive the game becomes to run, because you're expanding all the time.
Okay, so let's map this out. How many employees does Scopely have working on Fleet Command?
I don't know.
And what is your salary?
1 million euros.
Pesos.
Hey, I want to continue answering a couple of the questions out of the chat, but I also want to kind of jump back and forth because we got about 20 minutes left. And guys, I know, again, keep in mind, this was never really intended to be like a grill panic day. It was more along the lines of kind of reflection and looking forward over the last 2 years. But Panic, you did also come today bearing gifts. No one shall. What in the hell is happening?
It's because Karnak left.
yeah,
Fixing
no,
it.
I didn't leave. No, it's my fault.
Don't do anything. I'll fix it as we're going through this.
That's okay.
So yeah,
By the way, Karnak, Lawrence, I'm assuming is someone you play with on your server. Lawrence says, love the set, and Karnak, you are the bomb diggity. Thank you for your
Oh,
comments.
nice.
Appreciate that. You came bearing gifts today, Panic, if I'm
yes.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about, and no one, I know you're trying to fix the overlay real quick, but how did you play? You got 800 and 90 players in your YouTube right now. How are you planning on picking winners for this? Because I've got a couple of ways that we can play to give away some stuff. Because Panic, you got some stuff to give away today, right?
So yeah. So we're gonna be giving away 5 shards of either Tribble, depending on the game, or Kirk. And at the end, a lucky winner is gonna get a full pull of Kirk as well. So and I'd like to kind of distribute these ones through your amazing games, DJ. What do you say? What do you say?
Great
You want to do it?
Do it.
Yeah, we can do that. I've got great games. So let's do this, and we'll kind of jump back and forth. First of all, do you have a way to pick a winner? Because I don't know how
Well,
we
there's
do
going to be
that.
a stream delay no matter how we look at this. There's going to be a stream delay if we're going through the general stuff of just like first one to say it.
Don't you have Nightbot? Don't you have Nightbot where you can just choose someone from the chat?
Yeah, let me turn it on.
Yeah, if you do that, you guys go ahead and start spamming the chat very quickly. I know slow mode is on, but hello and welcome. And what we're going to do is we're going to start giving away 5 shards of the Tribble at a time. 5 shards of the Tribble is what we're going to do first, and it's really super easy. As a matter of fact, Panic, because we only got 20 minutes left. How many winners are you going to make? How many total shards of the Tribble did you have?
So I want to give 50.
You got
50. I want to give 50 times 5. Yeah.
Okay, so
No, sorry, it's 25, 20. So no, it's 50 in total. So 50
times 5.
Tribble or Kirk.
You heard him. That's what he said. 50 times 5. That's what we're giving away. Beck, you're mean. Sit down. No, kidding. I tell you what. Let's do it this way. Let's double up just a little bit. Like let's give somebody the chance to win 10 if they answer the question correctly. And what I'm going to give them is a headline from the Talking Trek podcast, which is Fake News or Florida. I'm going to read you a story. All you got to do is guess if it was real, if it really happened in the state of Florida, or if it's fake news, if I made it up. If you win correctly, I'll give you 10 Tribble shards. And if you answer incorrectly, then we'll give you 5 Tribble shards. Is that cool with you, Panic? We can do that?
That's good.
How are we going
That's
to pick that one out then? Because that one is
You're going to have to randomly pick somebody using the Nightbot.
you're going to pick a random user. Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
pick a random user and then
We have 200 eligible people. Get those chats up first before we hit this button.
All right, 900 people in the chat, or 900 people in the stream. Only 200 eligible through the chat. So you guys spam the chat. Quick.
Yep.
We'll do that here in just about 1 more minute. Panic, let me ask you this. You guys, while we're waiting for the chat to build up a little bit, you guys launched Black Friday sales. All right. And I know people are wanting to ask about that a little bit. The Black Friday sales, some of them, listen, some of them were good. Okay. Not all of them. Some of them were okay. All right. But what we didn't see was anything that was slap your mama good. Okay. Most of them were average at best. Okay. Truthfully, now I know a lot of people disagree with me on this. Me personally, and I know you did as well, no one. The monthly pack that they let you redeem 30 shards in 30 hours, that was amazing. In my opinion, I think that might have been the best one. That might have been the best one, where you got an entire month worth of stuff in basically 30 hours.
What was in that?
So you had your general month pack, and then you had a token you turn in every hour for 30 hours.
Instead of turning them in every day, you turn them in every hour. The problem with that is that it wasn't available throughout the duration of Black Friday. Actually, the pack that we saw more than anything else was $100 for 38 shards of Harrison. Which I know a lot of people probably enjoyed. Probably a lot of people bought that, but I think I was slightly disappointed. Panic. This is the first holiday you guys have ever skipped as far as an event goes, and instead we just had packs that were not super creative. Let me ask you, what was the thinking behind the Black Friday sale? Like,
I don't know the thinking. I got the feedback though. I passed it over. I wasn't there when they were making the decisions. Obviously, I'm sure there was a reason why they happened, but I wasn't there. But yeah. Anyway, the feedback was taken as well and was given too.
What was the general summation of your feedback?
Honestly, the way that I saw it is like, I understand there were some players, or a lot of players, that were quite unhappy, but there was also quite a few players that were quite happy as well. So
there was a good pack. Like I said,
it was a good pack. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I missed it. No one shall, because I was going to wait. See, that was one of the first ones. That was the first one. So I was waiting for something mind-blowingly good.
Well, there was this, there was those individual ship packs. I'm not sure if that was 40 up or is it lower, but there was individual ship ones that were greatly added to. You had more material, more trip. It gave a billion trip for me. one of these packs. I was like, holy heck.
Yeah.
Nightbot, do your thing, No One Shall.
You
Let's see if we
ready?
can find a winner.
right.
And
We have 386 people eligible. Let's hit the button. So
Ooh.
Molly 12, M12. So you're going to be the contestant.
all right, Molly 12. Now, here's the thing. Can she PM you? Because the chat is just flying.
Yeah.
It picks it up.
Okay, so
it picks
Molly-
up if she types.
Molly, here's the thing. I'm going to read you a story. All you got to do is identify if it's fake news, if it's something I made up, or if it really happened in the state of Florida. 10 tribble shards are up for grabs for you, Molly. Here you go. Number one, a Fort Myers man was charged with indecent exposure after getting naked during a picture with a department store Santa. Fake news or Florida? Before you answer, panic.
No one shall doesn't live in Florida.
Yeah, no.
This is Florida man stories.
Let's go through the panel. Panic, fake news or Florida?
Florida.
All right, Fortis.
I'm going to say Florida.
Okay, Karnak.
What happened?
I'm going to say no one shall.
No one shall. He's pooping. Ripper.
Huh?
Fake. He's not even listening either. All right, Molly. What's no one shall? What's Molly's guess?
Fake news.
She says fake news, and Molly is our winner today.
All right,
Congratulations,
Molly.
Molly.
So Molly,
Good.
reach out to DJ with your player ID and a picture of your profile, your YouTube profile, so he can get you the winning.
All
Because
right,
DJ
very good.
handles this
Yeah,
stuff better
Molly,
than all of us.
Yeah, throw the administrative paperwork on me. Appreciate that.
Love
All right,
ya.
Nightbot.
You're
Let's find another one. Nightbot, find me another one.
All right, rolling.
Molly, congratulations.
Okay.
10 triple
Dog,
shard.
Gene,
You.
IK, Dog General IK. Dog General IK.
Dog General. Congratulations, Dog General. Go ahead and throw a message in the chat just so we know that you're there, Dog General, and I will give you another opportunity at 10 triple shards. All right, courtesy of Depanic. All right.
Okay. I want to do one.
Yeah. Yeah. You do one.
Ooh.
So
Dog
for
Pound. What was
for
his name?
10 triple shards, or no, let's do Kirk. This one's gonna be to Kirk. For
All
10
right,
Kirk
10
shards.
Kirk shards. Yeah, let's cut your prize by 100% and give you Kirk shards. I'm kidding. All right,
I'm also calculating how many we're giving this. I don't know. Like we have to. Sorry.
10.
Wait,
So
did we
for-
give 5 or 10 to Molly?
I did 10 and gave 5 if she lost. Because I mean, here's the thing: we got 13 minutes left, and we got like 100 more shards to do. So
Yeah. I got some questions I can ask.
I'm gonna change slow mo down to 10 seconds because these guys.
Yeah, change slow mode. Okay, guys. So you have to answer this question. Whoever answers it first, answer the question. It's not about first or second. It's whichever name I see on the screen. I'll just pick. All right, it's going to
we
be
already
randomized.
picked
Okay.
Dog Pound.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dog Pound's going to get, IK, Dog Pound, IK.
Ready? So,
Go.
which is my favorite emoji?
Oh, that's easy.
Oh.
The strawberry, of course.
The peach.
God.
The cherry.
All right, see the emoji. There we go. Okay,
Do
so
make-
Mr. Fusion. I don't even have to search.
Mr.
who that
Fusion.
is.
Congratulations, Mr. Fusion. See, I didn't even do that one, everybody. You hear that? That wasn't me.
All right. Can we go back to Dog General because he's
Yeah, Dog.
All right, we'll back up to Dog Pound. I'll give something to Dog Pound in a second. All right, Mr. Fusion gets 10 Kirk shards. Congratulations to you. All right, Dog Pound. Do you see Dog Pound's chat? No one?
Yeah, I still see it. I haven't hit nothing yet.
All right, Dog Pound. Here you go. Fake news or Florida. A Miami woman was arrested for arson after she tried to set her daughter's principal's car on fire. Fake news or Florida. Panic.
Fake news.
Fake news. Fortis.
Yeah.
Florida.
Real Florida.
Ripper.
Florida.
No one shall.
Florida.
And Karnak.
I'm going to say fake.
He's going with fake. All right, Dog Pound. What's Dog Pound's answer? No one
Florida.
shall. He says Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, the answer is sorry. Made that one up. That is fake news. All right, so five triple shards for Dog Pound. We'll still hook you up. 5 triple shards for you, buddy. Karnak, you've got a trivia question, right?
I do. And I think we can go. You want to do the random one, or we want to do the first one who gets it right?
Let's do a random one because again, it's
Okay,
not about
random
speed.
one, so-
It's not about speed. It's all about also.
All right,
luck.
no one
Okay.
shall. Nightbot us, buddy.
All right. Are we writing the names down?
Yeah, I got him. I got everything.
Daniel
Okay.
Melton. Daniel Melton.
Daniel Melton.
Congratulations.
Okay, so Daniel Melton, which of, as we're going to get to the future properties here, which Star Trek actor had a finger shot off in World War II?
What in the hell kind of question is that?
I think it's one of my favorites. You can either go with the actor, or if you can give me the character.
You need to give him multiple choice on that one. You can't be like,
You get 6, and I'm seeing,
Okay, well, listen, we picked Daniel Melton. Has Daniel Melton chatted?
no,
you
he
yet?
hasn't yet. He hasn't yet. I'm watching.
Daniel Melton, like, WTF?
He's
come on,
people are
Googling. He's like,
helping
oh my
out.
god, Google.
I'm gonna try and Google the answer to that. Yeah,
I
you
would at
gotta
this
be
point.
a big fan for that
He
one.
said FML. I have no idea.
Listen, okay,
Oh!
Daniel, hold on, Daniel, just read the chat.
5,000 people put it in the chat.
So I'm going to pick someone random from the chat who answered correctly. Oh, the answer was Scotty. Right?
It was.
Scotty.
It's James Doohan.
All right, Daniel,
So-
we'll hook you up with 5 Kirk shards as a consolation prize, and Panic, who got
10 to Rich Taylor.
Rich
All right, Rich Taylor.
Remember, guys, I
Taylor.
gotta put this out there. Remember to take a picture of your player ID, your YouTube ID, and send them to Ultimate DJs.
Yeah, you can check it out on my. You can find me on Discord. I'm on No One's Discord, or you can join our Discord by visiting our website at talkingtrek.stfc.online, and then you can link on over to our Discord. We've got more to give away. So what did we start with? We had 50 Tribble and 50 Kirk.
No, 25.
25. Oh, okay, 25.
Oh,
And 25.
it's going down.
And yeah, I thought it was. I thought he said 50 Tribble.
I said 55 or 50 triple or.
I got you.
We're just making Panic sound
It's
hard.
shell game.
Nowonshall, let's Nightbot us. All right, Nightbot us, and let's find somebody else for a fake news or Florida.
MJ99. MJ99.
99. So is that either Michael Jackson or is that MJ from the Spider-Verse?
Or the other
Good.
MJ.
Ooh.
Mary Jane.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Spider-Verse MJ. Because I kind of
That's
dig.
not what No One Shall was
I
talking
kind
about.
of dig Zendaya, who's playing the new MJ in the new movies. I kind of dig her. She's
Zendaya Williams or Zendaya?
She's all right. All right, MJ99, fake news or Florida. St. Petersburg man was busted for soliciting a prostitute after he offered to pay an undercover cop with a hamburger in exchange for sexual favors. Fake news or Florida, Panic?
Fake news.
Fake news. Fortis.
I'm calling fake news on this one.
All right, Ripper.
Fake news.
Oh my. No one shall.
Florida.
He's got no humanity. Karnak.
I want it to be true, so I'm going to say Florida.
No one shall. Has MJ99 responded to you with an answer?
Let me look. Florida.
MJ99 says it's in Florida, and MJ99 would be correct. That actually happened in the state of Florida, ladies and gentlemen. 10 triple shards for MJ99.
Panic's just unhappy that's not happening in Spain.
It's like, I'll pay you
My
today with
Lord.
Tuesday today with the. I can't say the joke.
Just gonna stop buying burgers.
20.
Yeah, it's
All right, so there's 50 shards. So we got 100 Kirk shards left to give away here in just a minute, and we're gonna do that in about 2 minutes as we get ready to wrap up. Very quickly, Panic, you are scheduled to stop by our show a little bit later in the month. We've got, I guess, in about a week or two, we're gonna have you by on the Talking Trek podcast to talk a few things about the state of the game and so forth. But as we are here today, we have hit the 2-year anniversary. What is it that you would like to say, kind of in a nutshell? You still have over 800 players that are listening to you right now. What is Scopely's plan for the next couple of months? What is it that you have in mind that is coming over the next few months or year? What is your message to the players that have been with you for 2 years?
So number one is I really love the community that we have. I know sometimes you guys like to give me a hard time for good reasons. I give you a hard time as well. No, but all I want to say is that for myself and the company, like we really thank you from the bottom of our hearts for everything you've done and you've been with us. I know through thick and thin. I know it hasn't always been easy, but I know it has also been like we've been there with you, like we've listened with you. And one of the things that I want to point out is that the new stuff that's coming out next year, a lot of it is actually coming from the players themselves. So we're always listening to the feedback that you guys are saying more than you guys think. Our developers and our team are always on Discord, and they're always reading what you guys are writing. Reports are always there, and you know we're also gamers ourselves, so we understand a lot of the things. You know, so yeah, I want to thank you. And to
Cool. Real quick, as we get ready to wrap up, Fortis, 60
I'll
seconds.
be right back in a moment.
What would you like to say to your audience and any self-promotion that you got going on there? Fortis from Canada.
Oh, well, yeah, shout out to all the Canadians out there and everyone around the world. But I just want to say that we have to do more of these more often because this is where the community is. And this has been great. And I think we should do a lot more of these. So for sure.
Cool. Appreciate it. Karnak, promote your product a little bit, man. You
Sure.
something that is absolutely mind-blowing. For those of you who have not seen Karnak's content, it is probably amongst my favorite, and that's no disrespect to any of the content creators. I like Karnak's content because I get to read it, and then I get to reread it, and then I read it again because I'm a slow learner. Karnak, tell us a little bit about your product and where people can find your content.
So you can find me karnaksguide.com. And I do have a Discord channel, and you can find me in the game if you look in the content creator section. I put together articles. I've got articles on just about every ship. I've got articles on most of the officers. I'm catching up as fast as I can. I go over events. I've got a fun. If you haven't seen my my ship calculator, when it's a blueprint calculator for when you can build your next ship. That's a fun one. And I'm always looking for ideas of articles to write. I get to them as fast as I can and try and make them fun and as unusual as possible. I get trivia coming up for McCoy that blew my mind. There's a David Letterman reference coming up, and you're gonna, if you remember Larry Bud Melman, he comes up in the next article. So I try and keep it unusual, but I'm just, last month I had almost 100,000 views on my site. Which just blew my mind entirely. I'm happy if anybody reads and gets any of the jokes. But thank you to the players. I've got a lot of nice messages and couldn't be happier.
Cool. Appreciate it, man. Ripper, a content creator that a lot of people don't understand or don't see, but Ripper would like for you to send your message out and promote your content, would you? No, Ripper, I don't know. You can say what you want to say. What is it that you do? Do you want to even share, or do you just want to let everybody speculate about the importance of you and your?
I'm just gonna let people speculate for now.
Let people speculate. Let me. I'll say this.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
Yeah, Ripper is believe it or not, he's like the granddaddy CC. All right, you guys have no idea what he does, but I'll tell you this: 100% of you consume his content on a daily basis. You just don't know it. Yeah, it's absolutely true. So thank you, Ripper. Appreciate the work that you do. No One Shall, wrap it up, man. About 30 seconds for promotion, and then we'll play our last game to give away 100 Kirk shards. What do you got going on the No One Shall YouTube stream?
I'm sorry I had to dip out for a second. I had a fiber guy show up. So yeah. But anyways, I do appreciate you guys stopping by my stream. I'm really glad that Panic promoted me in this, and I was so happy to be the first one to do this because this was Panic's dream for so long. But remember, down below there's a Discord link you guys can join, and below that there is a donation link. I know I plug that every so often, and if you want to help me support my channel and support this kind of stuff, there is a join button down below. If you click that join button, you can join for $2, $5, $10, or $20 a month to help the channel out and help me get by through these tough times. But I appreciate you guys stopping by. This was an awesome stream. You guys are awesome. This whole thing was just one of those ones that left me in an anxiety attack, like, oh my god, is this gonna be good? And it turned out to be amazing.
Turned out pretty good for what it was supposed to be. Don't worry, Panic. I will not be as easy on you when you stop by our show. Okay?
You never are. Don't expect anything less.
I gotta do this last plug before the end of this. Remember, after this,
we still have a prize giveaway, so don't finish up yet. We still got to finish something here. So
I know.
Go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say after the stream is done, DJ's gonna start his podcast.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So that was gonna be my promotion thing. Right after this, coming up in the next 2 minutes, we will transition over to my Discord where we will begin our weekly or bi-weekly podcast. We've got some other stuff to give away as well, but we've also got some teaching and some breakdown reaction to Panic's interview today. And Panic, you even had teased that you might pop in. Are you still thinking?
I might. It depends on what happens after this, because I have a few more meetings. But if I have some time, I will. 100%.
Cool. So you've got about 15, 20 minutes because I got to get through the stupid news. So then you can pop into that. So that, and if you would like to get a link on over to my Discord where you can participate, the easiest thing would be to visit the website. That's Talking Trek, STFC.online, Talking Trek, stfc.online, where you can visit our website, and there it's got links to join the Discord. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our last game. 100 Kirk shards are up for grabs. 100 Kirk shards. No one shall. If you would, we're gonna make this one a little bit harder. Okay.
Let me hit it. Let me hit it. Let me hit it.
Hit Nightbot,
Boom.
and we're gonna give them 3 stories. They got to get 2 out of the 3 of them
Jason,
right.
you. Jason,
you. Congratulations. You've got an opportunity at 100 Kirk shards. It could just be 50. It could be 100. Jason, you in Texas. Congratulations to you. You have to get 3 of them right. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 of them, and then we're going to get ready to wrap up. All right, fake news or Florida, or an Orlando dog walker was busted for possession of methamphetamines after he was seen on camera leaving them in a client's refrigerator. Panic, fake news or Florida?
Florida.
No faith in Canada. Florida, real quick. Fake news or Florida?
It's got to be Florida.
Got to be Florida. Karnak.
Florida.
All right, no one shall.
Fake news.
Fake news. Ripper says.
Florida.
Ripper says it's happening in Florida. What is Jason's answer? Jason Yu says it's happening in Florida. Jason Yu, we're in a hole. You got to get the next 2 right. The next 2 right for 100 Kirk shards. Here we go. A Seminole County man who was naked from the waist down was arrested after breaking into an elementary school and spreading feces on the walls. Fake news or Florida? Ripper, we'll start with you.
Florida.
Florida. No one shall.
Fake news.
Karnak.
Please be fake.
Please. Florida says.
Please, fake news.
Guys, it's all about the poops. So I'm saying Florida.
Yeah, it was.
Jason Yu. Jason Yu says this happened in Florida, and he is correct. This did happen in Florida. So you're down to this last one, Jason. 100 Kirk shards.
Next round is Florida or Spain.
So Panic or Florida.
Yeah.
Here we go. A community manager named Panic was busted for soliciting a prostitute. I'm just kidding. Miami Sheriff's deputy busted for soliciting a prostitute said he should not be arrested because he was actually buying the hooker for his son. Fake news or Florida? Fake news or Florida? Ripper.
Fake news.
Fake news. No one shall.
Definitely Florida.
You think that's definitely Florida. Karnak.
Florida, the man is innocent.
Florida's your answer?
Florida.
And
Not guilty.
Florida.
Panic says it's happened in Florida. Jason, you've heard from the panel. You say it happened in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
You said it happened in Florida. 100 Kirk shards are up for grabs. Ladies and gentlemen, did this happen in the state of Florida?
No.
Oh.
Can we just give it
Panic?
to him?
Panic. You just give him 100 Kirk shards and wrap this thing up.
Yeah, I got a fiber guy waiting on me right now.
Yeah.
Into my time.
Just for the disappointment of that story being false.
Just for the fact that story absolutely should have been true.
Yeah.
Exactly.
100
What did your dad get for you?
100 Kirk shards for Jason. Congratulations. Eric says, "What a crock! You cheated." Sorry. We're being generous and we're out of time, so we're giving away the good. That is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it. Wrap up. Please join me for the podcast immediately starting after this. No one shall. Thank you, sir. Good, sir, for hosting our stream here today. Panic, thank you very much for being here and taking the time. And yes, this needs to be something that we do a little bit more often. Maybe we'll see you again around Valentine's Day. What is happening?
Live long and prosper, guys.
Someone's got a birthday coming up, so.
Yeah, whose birthday is it? Panic! Don't try it. Don't.
I'm telling you.
Don't do it again. Don't do it again.
I can't do it. It's impossible. Like,
give it all you got, Captain.
It's not hard.
It's too hard, Captain. I mean,
we got to get in the costume with a fake ears.
It's too hard.
Right. Let's cut this down to it.
Peace
Remember
and
the winners of these, the ones that have been won. Remember to send your player ID and the picture of your YouTube profile to DJ so we can get it sent out as soon as Panic's little hands can work.
Also blood type and
But remember, guys, this is just a game. So if anything ever gets you upset, mad, or any of that, just take a break. That's all we can say. We don't need any of that. But let's
cuss people out in Galaxy Chat. That's always a lot of fun.
Yes.
All right.
If you must.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Live long and prosper, everybody. Late.